If you follow me on Instagram, then the chances are you've already seen this special edition camera that I'm about to talk about. It's actually got more of a story than just a new colorway, and it's something that I thought would be quite interesting to share with you guys. This is the gold titanium S9, a camera that was initially announced for pre-order in Japan at the start of June this year. I got wind of this new S9 variation during my last trip to Tokyo, and as soon as I saw the first images, I was obsessed. Annoyingly, the pre-orders only started the day after we were heading back home, so I just missed it and didn't think I'd have the chance to buy it through the normal paths back here in the UK. I pestered my friends at Lumix for ages about it, and then all of a sudden this gorgeously presented box shows up at my door. Not only does it contain the gold titanium S9, but also a few other goodies that ties the whole experience together. It came with a matching 18-40mm lens, of course, as you've seen, a matching Koof camera strap, some amazing custom stickers, and a special note of thanks from the incredibly talented designer. I'm a very lucky boy, so in this special press kit I also got a genuine leather key organizer embossed with a Lumix logo and a commemorative S9 pin that will most likely end up on one of my camera bags. The coolest part is that there's now a handful of these special edition kits available in Europe and the US, so you don't need to import one from Japan or fly there to get one in person, and I was totally willing to do that if I hadn't have got one from the Lumix UK team. And although to some it may just seem like a new colour and nothing else, I actually think it's a little bit more than that. It's abundantly clear that Lumix are trying to appeal to a broad audience with the S9, and while bright, bold colours may not be your vibe, you may enjoy a product that feels a little more sophisticated, effortlessly catching the attention of others without crying out for it. The sort of design and palette a potential Leica or Fuji customer may enjoy. And no, I'm not saying that a brown leather grip and a fancy paint job makes the S9 look like it came from any of these brands, but it's more about what it could potentially lead to. Special edition cameras are collectible, and from my experience of Japan, it really shows a part of their culture that I love. Gacha machines are everywhere you go in the metropolitan areas, and the enthusiasm for capsule toys and other collectible items is huge. Sure, it's not the wisest use of money in the world, but it provides an opportunity to collect some items that are creative and fun. I actually got a few S9 gachas after hunting down a very minute number of Lumix gacha machines that are dotted around Tokyo, along with a couple of GH5s and a bunch of the small digicams. It's an expression of creativity, and you'd be surprised at how much design can influence your desire to use a product. I want to see Lumix do more of this, and I really appreciate the effort required to make something new and special once in a while. If you agree that this is the best S9 colorway so far, then defo drop that in the comments, as I'd love to see Lumix continue developing different designs in the future, even if it's not just for the S9 in particular. There's so many other colour palettes and styles I think they could tap into, and Leica have done a great job in the past with some of their special edition colours such as the bold grey M10 and the Q khaki. All of this begs the question whether the S9 would have been received entirely differently right at the beginning if it was released at this current price with the 18-40 and with a colour variant that appealed to the person who was a little bit extra but in a mature way. Well, at least that's how I'm choosing to identify myself. I'm aware that so far I've only really spoken about the design rather than the spec and image quality, but I've already got a bunch of videos that show exactly what the S9 is capable of for both stills and video. And after outwardly saying that this is my favourite camera of all time, I think you already know how I feel about everything else. This is now the third S9 that I have, and it joins the black model that I originally got when it first came out, and this one's now got battle scars all over it from where I've dropped it and used it a bunch, and this lovely smoky white variant that Han uses to get videos of me while I pretend to take photos with other Lumix cameras. I plan on using the gold titanium S9 on my wedding day, as I'd love to capture some candid images myself, even though I really should be focusing on getting married. The gold titanium was achieved using a triple layer painting process, with piano black as the base layer to accentuate reflectivity, followed by a mirror smooth layer to add a little brightness, and then a final tinted clear top coat that delivers that lovely titanium gold hue. I haven't got any marks on this camera yet, but I'm really interested to see how that paint reacts to knocks and scuffs over time. As I said earlier, you can now get this version in Europe and the US, but there's only a limited number of units available. I'll leave links in the description if you did want to grab one for yourself, and if there's anything else that you'd like to know about this particular camera, then feel free to drop those questions in the comments. I know this is a bit of a short video, but I'd rather keep it short and sweet instead of repeating myself, and really this was more of a showcase than a review. If you'd like to see some more image examples from the S9 or learn a little bit more about the incredible workflow that it gives you, then feel free to watch any of these videos next.